Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. We're going to get started in just a moment. First, I want to ask you this. Have you ever reacted and then said something like, oh, that wasn't like me? Well, first of all, if that's not you, who is it? Is somebody speaking through you? And second, how many times do you get to respond like that and still consider it not you? And then third, if that's not you, who are you? These are some heavy questions, but if I find myself saying a lot of times like, "Oh, that's not who I am. That's not how I respond," but I just yelled at someone, how many times do I get to yell before I consider myself a calm, relaxed person? Just questions that I ask myself. If I don't like the way I respond, I have to ask a follow-up question. And it beats beating up on myself. It's much more productive if I ask, hey, where did that come from? Why did I do that? Than like, hey, you're being a jerk and that's all you know how to be. It's the language that I speak to myself that I'm trying to adjust to make it useful language rather than just abusive language, all going on in my head. All right, let's get present. How do I get present? Again, like I'm checking up on myself. What am I actually doing right now? And that's the kind of question I'm going to answer. And that helps me get into the present moment. What is happening right now? Not 5 years ago, not 10 years from now. As we get present, we can get into our first exercise, and that's gratitude. And it's for now, just in the present. What could I possibly come up with to be grateful for? Let's warm up that muscle and see what we find by looking for gratitude right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. This exercise helps me respond to life a little bit better. If I could notice things that I can be grateful for, I'm probably going to be less angry throughout my day because I not only can see what I should and can be angry about, I also see what I can be grateful for. So we're not erasing anything, we're adding to it so that we see the entire picture. Let's keep going into our meditation. For 1 minute, I'm going to decide to follow my breath, or on every exhale, I'm going to decide to loosen up a muscle. Maybe I drop my shoulders on the first exhale. I loosen my thigh muscles on the second exhale. Let's see what we want to think about. You get to choose. Sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find water. You know, this practice helps me with when I am craving control. Ooh, when I go like, can't I control anything? Can't I see what's coming about anything? That pause, yes, I can control something. I can control my mind. I can control being still. I can control me, and I'm practicing doing that. And writing helps me release, 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 but it needs to be in practice. Otherwise, I'm in practice of holding, pushing down, squashing. Let's see if we can release right now in the practice of it. Write anything down right now. Let's wrap the thought for now. Find the water. And I usually like to give a little bit of bleed time here. That water is to help us transition, but also this time that I'm sort of stalling. If you want to write the last 3 words and you bleed into the second minute, look how I'm not panicking because we know what time is. Wrap if you want to wrap, and then we move. Let's move into our bodies just a little bit more. If you notice, meditation affects your body too, gratitude affects your body as well, writing affects your body. So we're not just starting in our body right now, but we are moving a little bit more into it. We're going to move it around consciously. Let's do a sun salutation or whatever movements from it you want to take. Let's start. Inhale the arms up. Keep inhaling. Try to inhale as deep as you can. When you think you can't inhale anymore, see if you could inhale just a little bit anyway. And then exhale, let it out, fold forward. And we're hanging over our feet. Keep exhaling. When you need to inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And let's get into our high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, and lower all the way down. And inhale, push your palms. Inhale, breathe in, look up. When you're ready to exhale, exhale yourself into down dog now. I happen to have a bias for down dog, so I stay here for a breath or two. If you'd like to, go ahead. When you're ready, you can walk your feet forward towards your hands. Maybe you hang over your feet for a few seconds if that's the one you like a little more. And then you roll up slow. And meet your palms above the head. Exhale them down to the center of the chest. And find your water. As we repeat the sun salutation, as we pick up new moves, as we try some of the moves a little bit different, we get that muscle ready, we get that muscle warmed up, and then we could know things like, do I like the down dog better than I like pushing the palms, better than I like folding forward? We start getting to know ourselves, and our body tells us more of this, less of that. Let's keep going into our plank. Our body's warm. We generated some warmth there. Let's get into our body a little bit more by doing the plank. We are actually going to be using all of our muscles. Let's get ready. What does that mean? I'm about to use all my muscles. Let that be energetic instead of draining. See if you could energize yourself with just that thought, because we're going in 3, 2, 1, and we're planking. That's what's happening right now. Let's get into that present moment. That present moment is up in that plank pose. And you're in for 10 seconds. Congratulations. Breathe as you're doing this. In fact, follow your breath, and you might have something else to think about other than, no, that's 20 seconds. Keep breathing into it. If you had to come down, that's fine. Take a deep breath. Start again for 30 more seconds. Start again every 5, every 10 seconds. But move. Use your body in this time. That's what we're doing right now for 20 more seconds. Do you need that pain in your face? then use it. Growl if you have to. Whatever you want to do, get yourself going for 10 more seconds. Be your own motivator. You're already talking to yourself. Talk to yourself in that way that helps you for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. That's what the plank looks like today. Let's stretch our way back. Finding the water. Finding a little bit of the I did that muscle. What did you just do? Take inventory. If you didn't do the plank, if you sat there, then you understand that that's where you stuck in that one exercise. But we're not doing that exercise forever. We're moving forward into procrastination. If you want to share the plank in procrastination because you did skip over the plank or you did skip over the writing, share it. Do that for half the time and then pick something up and throw it out for half the time. But let's take action. Let's look for the action that can fit here and experiment right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. And how did your experiment go? Because if you're saying something like, ooh, that wasn't what I needed to spend time on, that didn't go well, you didn't waste your time. You just learned that in a few seconds. Let's keep going. Let's go into our connection minute. We do need to connect with people. It is a muscle that we have to practice. Let's practice that right now. Who can we get in touch with? What would we say? Let's see if we can come up with any answers by looking to connect right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. And if we didn't know who to connect with, we might have gotten just, hey, what does my body feel like when I'm looking for a connection? Maybe that's the information we found out in 1 minute. That's all we took. Let's keep going. Let's move our body around. We can move it. Let's exercise it so we can continue to have access to those muscles. Let's move our body in. 3, 2, 1. Start your minute right now. Start right now. We're going to end this as strong as our body and mind can let us for today. What does that look like? That's 10 seconds in. And if you like how that looked in the first 10 seconds, let's repeat it for these 10 seconds. Let's put that energy right into it. That's 20 seconds. See if you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Follow it in and out. And can you keep doing this for 30 seconds? We're more than halfway done. Generate energy. Practice generating energy that you need to do what you set out to do for 20 more seconds. What does that look like? What does it look like in your mind? Are you encouraging yourself or are you beating yourself up? What's working for 10 more seconds? What can you conjure up What kind of energy can you give to this? For 3, 2, 1, and you're done. That's what it looked like today, mind and body working together. Thanks for taking OMAT.